Hello and welcome guys and girls and people to what should be an update day, but we have a rare preview of what's coming in tomorrow's update day. It's gonna be Winter Region coming tomorrow and a whole slew of class changes. We've got some new skills coming in, we've got changes to how movement works, we've got changes to HP. Special Evasion is disappearing. There's a whole lot to dive into in today's video, so I will do my best to put some bookmarks below today's one, because I think today's video is going to be a rather long one. As most of you can guess, I don't script these. I just make them and read them and go along as I go. So here we go. Let's dive into it. This is Winter Region coming tomorrow. Ignore the Wednesday. A lot of you will be seeing Wednesday, August 8th. August 8th is tomorrow. It was edited, but not correctly. It was meant to be today, but yeah. The update will now be in tomorrow. But let's dive into the PvE content before we dive into all the big changes for the classes and HP and stuff like that. So let's start with, we've got Winter Region coming, and alongside Winter Region we've got a new season character ticket, expanding our slots to 33. This will be just so players, if they really want to, they can start a new character in Winter Region, get that new level experience of playing the story. It will take you all the way up to 56 to 58, depending if you do any side quests whilst you're going along. There isn't a whole lot of combat involved at all in this story version, so if you want to quickly level something, I'll say quickly, it's like 6-7 hours of story. If you want to do a leveling solo with no PvE really, without any grinding, that is the way that you will do it. And then you can see brand new starting point for the game. You can now choose Ancient Stone Chamber or Winter Region or Land of Morning Light, completely up to you. Like I said though, if you want to self-level just through story, you would start in Winter Region. If you want to do the old typical Ancient Stone Chamber, grind, kill Red Nose, and then do Simplified and get power leveled in Lower Gyphon, Ancient Stone Chamber is still the way. There is also a slight change to how the stories work. If you do start in Winter Region, when you finish Winter Region, you will get a different start to Medaya through a different quest. And that's all that changes for Medaya. Just the start point, and then it goes back into the normal flow. What else have we got? We've got the new Holy Flame quest, which is to make Calabresca helmet, which you can either, there's multiple ways to get it. Finish Winter Region, or have finished the Ataraxian Sacracria main quest line. So if you finish that quest line, you can skip doing the quest if you really want to. You lose a lot of contribution and knowledge for the region, but you can just go straight into grinding if you wanted to. What else have we got? Oh, we do have a little side note here. Whilst questing, please make sure that if you arrive at an area and nothing's happening, just dismount your horse. It means that you're supposed to be in a cutscene, and cutscenes do not work whilst on a horse, not in a horse, on a horse. What else have we got? So we've still got some new player stuff. There is also a new Ruler Piece special quest, which a lot of you will be familiar with each region. You go and plant a flag for Ruler Piece, it gives you a reward. This time it is a title, and we get a winter woodbed house decoration. Now, Winter Region has, as it states, it's winter, perma-winter. You're going to be in a lot of snow and a lot of snowstorms. Expect a lot of heavy white on the screen. Whilst grinding, you will get a new debuff called Frostbite, which can be cancelled out by either being a Guardian or by placing bonfires, which is a Shy exclusive. So if you know a Shy, got a Shy about, they can put a bonfire down. It will cleanse the debuff for you. But there are also drinks, meals, etc. that do cleanse that. We'll get to that further down the region. Let's dive into the 3 grind spots now that will be available for you. There's technically 4, but you need to do the 3 to get to the 4th. So we've got Murawak's Labyrinth. This is probably this is the more intense grind spot. It's got mobs constantly coming at you, and it's also not really recommended if you've got too many war decks up, because the final boss is a group area that you go into and you can be killed by war targets and you won't be able to actually loot the boss. This does, however, have one of the highest drop rates for the Witch's tokens. So if you're trying to do the Witch's tokens to get more embers, this is the grind spot for you, Murawak's Labyrinth. It is a very interesting grind spot, 260 AP, 350 DP. Don't expect a whole lot from these regions for gear wise. This is a very old region in terms of PA's region things. We are, I'd say the majority of players are either on par or above the requirements for this now. So expect a lot more ease than what you will see in some of the older YouTube videos. If you're looking at grind spots, you might see people struggling a bit more. And that's purely just because this region came out when 260 AP, 350 DP, that was the new, that's what people were striving towards. But let's really dive into it. So this is going to be your final boss. You're going to fight mobs. You're going to go into a little room. When you go from the outside, only 4 or 5 people can enter per server. So you go in, you fight, your room will empty, and then there'll be a little tunnel to the right or the left telling you that you need to move on. You go into the next room, kill it, until 4 labyrinths have been silenced completely. It will then pop up telling you that a boss is spawning. There will be a door for you to go through. You'll go through to a big middle arena where a big boss like this will be standing. You guys work together, you kill it. Make sure to loot your boss and also to loot the treasure chest. Don't leave without looting the bonus chests. It doesn't state it here, but just make sure to check the room. It's normally up on the left hand side on the stairs. You'll be able to go up. Unfortunately, I can't really do any footage or anything right now. I will try and cover some of them for you guys during the week, some console guides for this. But that is Murawak Labyrinth. Then we've got Jade Starlit Forest, which is probably going to be the busiest spot that we will have on console. It is a very good money earner. It also has one of the highest drop rates for embers and flames. And it's probably one of the easiest spots to grind because most of us are going to be so over the gear score now. It's very simple. There's going to be lanterns about. You pull the mobs to the lantern, kill the lantern, it debuffs the mobs, kill the mobs. Rinse and repeat. Go around and around and around. There are Mani realms for this, so if it's too busy, we've got, just pop into a Mani realm, grind away, enjoy. And then we've got the Winter Tree fossils. These are very, very interesting things. Think of the Shuriken tomes at nighttime. You will feed this energy. Depending on what you feed it will depend on the difficulty. It's just a wave thing. Mobs will spawn at you, kill them. This area does have a higher likelihood of spawning the Winter Region boss. So if you are trying to speed up your thing and you've got the energy, definitely worth coming down. Burn through your energy and then go back to one of your other grind spots. I think this will be a spot that is not overly contested because we don't have an endless surplus of energy. So it's a nice little fun side spot if you're waiting for your Mani realm to come off cooldown, or you know, you've got energy to burn and you don't have a whole lot of time to grind. Just come on down to the Winter Tree fossils, throw some energy in and have a chance. And then we've got Erethia's Limbo. This is a grind spot that can only be accessed by getting tokens dropped from mobs. It's called the Witches. Let's see if they've got a picture of it. They do not. Okay. You will get a Forgotten Witches token. You can obtain it from all the grind spots. And it's that simple. You get the token, you click on it, A, X, it will lead you to the grind spot that you are wanting to go to this area, Erethia's Limbo. It is basically just a little puzzle room. You go in, you clear the puzzles of the doors, you clear the colours, clear them all, and you get a chance of getting some more embers. There's not a whole lot that drops in there. You get embers, you get some oak pearls for upgrading elixirs for the spirits, elixirs and stuff like that. We'll cover that further down. That is really that's the region. You clear all the rooms, get the golden chamber, go to golden chamber, break all the treasure chests, get your embers. It's worth doing, it's worth practicing, because this is going to be the exact same place that you'll go to for Debo rings. So if you get them, don't just dismiss them at the get-go. Just get used to you going there, get used to the rooms, get used to the layout, so that when Debo rings do come out and we get the golden drop of the witches tokens, you know vaguely what you're doing. The mobs are obviously going to be harder. It's boss fights in the harder version for Debo rings, but it's still the same area, same premise, go through doors. And then we've got the special boss for Winter region, the Dread Winter Guardian. She is not a field boss, she is just a boss. So if you think of 2 rows, it's like that kind of boss, except she will appear on you. She can appear anywhere within the Winter region. So if you're auto-pathing, she can spawn. You will just get a message. She's got a guaranteed drop of embers. She's an alright boss to fight. Expect a whole lot of blizzards. She does summon little mounts. You can see the dog there. She summons that. If you're getting CC'd a little bit too much, focus the dog before you focus her, and then yeah, kill her. It's very easy to tell if she is up. There will be a giant blizzard blocking your view. So if you see that giant blizzard, that means that she's in the middle of it. And what is the main aim of Winter region? Well, the Brisker helm. This is the new helmet that will be added to the game. It is just an upgrade following the other upgrades that you will be used to. The Fallen God armor, the dance gloves. Take your C10 item, boss item, C10 Griffin or Gaius or Geats, however you want to say it. And get the flame, complete the quest, talk to the NPC in Winter region, give them items, they'll give you a helmet, and good luck enhancing it. It's very, very simple, straightforward. And that is that. Oh yeah, and you can also do it with a pen, Black Star, I always forget that one. What else have we got? So, we got some new crystals, we got changes to crystals that you will be familiar with, and we've got some upgrades to crystals. So with our Olocus crystals, you can now upgrade them to have some extra stats instead of the glorious ones. These obviously came before the glorious on PC. We now have glorious, so still takes the same crystal slot. If you're wanting to use these alongside them, you can't slot them alongside your glorious Olocus or the same crystal types. And then we got upgrades to these. You got knockback floating, grapple resistance. You know, it's just very, very simple. You get this item here, and then you can add it to one of these. Use simple alchemy to obtain Olocus crystal, yada yada yada. Very simple. That's the recipe. Do what you want to do. If you want them, enjoy. We've got to change to red battlefield crystals as well. It's the same thing. And now the new meals that have come. So we've got the usual. You've got some tea. You've got more tea. It's the same as water. It's the same as the tea in the desert. Drink it. Cure your frostbite. If you've got a HP pot, ignore the frostbite, heal through it, doesn't really matter. Guardians again are immune completely. Shies, put your bonfire down, it won't take away your durability. Nice and simple. And then we got processing XP plus 25%. So for all that time that you're AFK processing from your storage, you've got a new 600 minute buff. awesome buff there. Loads of these. We've got fishing XP, strength XP, breath XP. Very cool. Then we got some new elixirs coming, which will cover more. There is a whole change to elixirs as well in today. These are being very much awaited for. It's big elixirs coming in. Very nice elixirs, and we've also got the new combination of elixirs. So you've also got new spirit perfumes, which you will notice it's just got some more monster damage to it, and some new drafts, new nice stuff. Very cool stuff. I'm not gonna give you all the stats. You guys can read. You can see. How do you get these? You get the Ook Pearl of Time and combine them, make them. You'll get all the recipes as you're going along. You'll get through the quest line. You get quite a few Ook Pearls. You'll get them from grinding. Very, very nice stuff. We got some new trade items. We got new knowledge from life skilling. 4 new trade crates. And then we've got 14 new life skill knowledge things to go and gain. And then Shies, you got a new craftable outfit if you would like. It's the Shy Driganese winter clothes costume, just like the Duvenkroon one and the Little Naga one. Go to your quest line, get your blueprint, make your outfit, get a coupon, turn it into a pearl outfit, you got a new outfit. Very, very simple. You guys know your drill when you're a Shy. New hunting mobs. Very cool. New hunting mobs. You got 6 new things to shoot your matchlock at. Get new meat, get new bloods, get new trophies. Go for it. I'm sure we'll see our hunters up there. We'll see Elfie up here for a brief amount, I imagine, before he goes back to Narcian. XP's still better on Narcian, so I would imagine most of the hunters will still revert back to their old hunting grounds and just come here for a slight little change of scenery. And yes, we've got new house decorations. What they give, I'm not too sure. The stats aren't listed, so I couldn't tell you really. You got a new random quest popping up from hunting. It's the same as the one on Narcian. To complete the quest, get some rewards, get a buff. Lasts for 30 minutes. We've got a new breath item for making the master trophies. The breath of Omua. You see that? You get your Erebuk's grudge from doing the random quest that pops up. Get 30, turn it into a breath. Upgrade your new snow house decorations into master versions. Very cool. What else have we got? We got some new quests, daily quests, contribution quests. Very simple. Talk to your dailies, select your dailies, go to your suggested tabs on your quest. We don't need to read all of these for you. You guys want to do them, go to your suggested, see your dailies on your repeatables. Go do them. Get yourself some contribution, get yourself some of the items that you need for upgrading meals, making meals. They're all there. We've got 26 there. We've also got more contribution that give Kafra's new dailies. These are the grinding ones. So we've got new Kafra dailies in the grind spots. They're fairly nice. And then we've got some life skill ones that give Citron. They give the life skill stuff. It's all very self-explanatory. You guys know what you're doing when it comes to doing your dailies. The nicer ones we got. What we got here? New quest types. Yes. Where are they? We will get to them in a second. How to make items. Here we go. So, Lightstones. We all know they're a bit trying to get the good rolls. But if you've got some excess materials, there is a nice little quest chain for you with Elton in the mountain region. He likes dragons. He wants you to do some stuff about dragons. Okay? Complete his quest chain to get some purified lightstones. Select what you want. We're all going to select fire. We know that. Get your fire. It's all selectable up until you get past here. Once you got knowledge, you get 1 of each. And on the very final one, you get to choose an artifact. Now, the artifact rewards are kind of but that's because, once again, this is a very old region, which is new to us. So ignore the artifacts, get your light stones, complete your quest. I'm very sure most of us have got a large majority of these items just sat, and you will get the crystals from just doing winter region grinding, doing your stuff. And then we've also got some new artifacts that you can get from quests as well. We've got the life XP and the life skill mastery artifact. If you don't have them already, come do the quest, get them. And then it's the usual, you can do some more quest stuff to get some more purified light stones. Most people will have completed all of the requirements yet, maybe not the bartering one. Bartering one is probably going to be for the more dedicated players. I know I definitely haven't reached bartering skill 3, I'm beginner 2. But once you complete all that, you can hand over all this and get yourself one last lightstone of flora. It's just some extra stuff. You complete this stuff passively, you might as well pick it up, see what you get. What else have we got? New dailies for hunting, master versions and beginner hunt versions. It gives accordingly more rewards for being master, which is nice to see. New guild missions, which you would expect. New region, new guild missions. We got Murawak's Labyrinth, Jade Starlit Forest, and we've got the Winter Tree Fossils. Select it, do your guild mission, turn it in, get your money. I mean, you know the drill. And now we move over onto the class changes. We got a big slew of class changes coming in today with movement speed changes. We've got movement debuffs changing, and we've got a change to how our characters move as well. So, what's the main thing that's being changed? Movement debuffs are being changed. The maximum debuff you can now apply is 20%, and it lasts for 5 seconds. That is the big change. No more 50% slows for 20-30 seconds. It's very, very simple now. The maximum you can apply, 20%, duration 5 seconds. What else is changing? Some of your movement skills in game. So for me on my witch, the most recognizable, when witch is doing its little side hop, which is the evasion, magical evasion, that is affected by my movement speed buffs. So if I don't have my speed spell up, I'm gonna hop slower. If I have it up, I'm gonna hop faster. It's also gonna affect how quickly I teleport. Casting speed will affect different skills as well. There's a full breakdown. I will do my best to go through them for you guys. I'm running through each and every single one of the movement speed changes, the debuffs. We're gonna skip that because, you know, each class has got its own debuffs. You guys want to see what's changed on your class? Just open up your class, select the debuff section on the drop down, see where the slows are, and you'll be able to, it'll make the boxes all glowing gold, and you'll be able to see what has changed. So what else have we got changed? So so we've had some changes to base speed, but the travel distance and defensive effect duration has been increased accordingly. That's okay. There has also been some new skills added in. The patch notes aren't as complete as I would expect them to be. There has been changes to like Nova's wall. Well, Nova's wall will no longer block people. We'll try and cover that when we get down to the bottom. But Nova's wall, Shy's bubble, they no longer block people. They don't desync people. You don't rubber band all over the place. They do have some slightly different changes to them. And a witch and wizard have had some completely new skills added because we've had skills taken away. So let's dive into it. So the basic rules we've got. So movement skills have been changed. So that's dash skills, movement, teleports, flights, Woose's little left right thing. That you know what I mean. Skills are changing. Let's dive into it. So what is affected by what? So there's a full list of how things are going to be affected by either movement speed or attack speed or casting speed. So for classes that don't use cast, warrior for example, as the first one here, his skills, the skills that you can see pictured, charging thrust, evasion, prime evasion, frenzied dash, they will be affected by either movement speed or attack speed. So if you don't know your attack speed up and your movement speed up rotations, please have a look into them, or have a look at putting some skill add-ons onto your skills, because you will notice if you're not applying them, you will notice that you're either playing a little bit slower or your character just feels a little bit clunkier. It is fully listed for us. So charging thrust affected by movement speed before, but now it is affected by movement speed during movement. But whilst trying to do the attack, it's affected by attack speed. So if all you've got up is a movement speed buff, your movement to cast the skill will be quicker, but your attack will now be slower. This one here, it might say ranger, but it is in fact sorceress. We know it's sorceress. Nightcrow, Shadow Leap, Nightmare, you know, it's sorceress. Nightmare being unaffected, well, it's a knife rain where they disappear, they can't do anything. It doesn't matter that it's unaffected. We got Nightcrow has been changed from casting speed to movement speed. Shadow Leap from casting to movement and attack speed. And then we got Ranger, Twisting Wind. Basically, Ranger is just fully affected by movement speed now. So, Rangers, stack your movement speed. Cool. Berserker. He is now going to be affected by movement speed and attack speed. But Berserker does have some rather big changes below in the HP chain section. So, Berserkers, make sure you're paying attention to your changes. We got Tamer being affected by movement speed as well now. Mawa, big movement speeds. Valkyrie, movement speeds. Yeah, so mostly everything is being changed to be affected by movement speed and attack speed. It's just going to be your wizard and witch that are going to mostly see the casting speed stuff. Dark Knight maybe. It's all, there's a whole section below this. You guys really need to, if you want to see it all, please pop on, have a look, find your class. Unfortunately, the website isn't fully set up for just clicking on your class this time. You're going to have to find it, scroll down, have a look at her. But here is the big ones. So we got a whole new slew of changes for classes. We've had round 1. We had the DR, evasion changes. We had hit changes. Now we're in round 2. So warriors, what have you got changed today? Chopping kick. Your bound now only applies to PvE. I don't know. Good? Bad? I'm going to read these to you guys. We're going to go through them. I can't guarantee that I'll know whether or not things are good or bad. Ground Smash has been a change to apply to PvE only. So you've had 2 bounds moved to PvE. And you've had a fix to your Solar Warrior where your attack speed increase buff wasn't applied correctly. And your Ground Smash had a description of effects that are no longer applied. Okay. And then we've got main succession. Change the forward guard effect to be applied until attack 3. So that's a nice change. Your forward guards now last longer. Your spinning dash has had its critical hit rate buff applied to be 1 more second. So that's a nice change. Frenzied dash skill add-on effects weren't being applied. So that's fixed. That's a nice change. Awakening. Change the super armor effect to last until the attack is applied. It's a good change. You got a longer super armor. And then we've got Grave Digging, Black Spirit Grave Digging. Change the skills as follows. Change the debuff on smash attacks from bound to knockdown. Change core graving. I don't know what the core skill did before. And it no longer has a speed reduction debuff. PvP damage has been adjusted appropriately to deal slightly more damage. Without really knowing Warrior's full toolkit, I don't know if having a new knockdown is a good or if it is a bad. I don't know. We got Solar Flare. Change to now apply the stiffness on hits debuff and super armor effect when using the skill. Okay, so you're losing a stiffness and it's going to PvE, but you get a super armor which change to apply the stiffness debuff in PvP. Okay, so if you want the stiffness, you have to select it as a core skill, but you now have it super armored. Okay. Knee kicks critical hit rate will be applied in PvP. Float ankle break. Change damage, so it deals more damage and its critical hit rate. That's got to be a win. Surely. Change damage to be slightly less, and the flow has been changed. Change the damage as well to be lower. So the Black Spirit Pulverize. Don't know. Change the damage to be deal more damage in Balance Strike. Change the defensive effect applied forward guard into super armor. So you get a new super armor. Lose a forward guard. Gaining 2 super armors. That's got to be a win for Warrior, surely. And another knockdown. Interesting. And Burning Moxie has been changed to activate the final stage of the skill for when there's 9 enemies nearby. So you need more enemies nearby to proc Burning Moxie. Okay. I think overall, it looks to be a win, a good change. Warriors, you can tell me below if I'm horribly wrong, but it looks to be sort of good, gaining some new super armors. Well, all really, it's gonna have to wait till we actually see it in action, really, with the changes to HP and special evasion. Super armor trading might not be all that when you lose your special evasion. We'll see. Rangers, not a big change. Not really a massive change at all. We lose this movement, speed decrease on hits, improved the description, improved camera effects, improved to land faster. You know, it's very, very simple for Ranger today. Not too much bad has changed on Ranger. Sorceress. We gotta change. The fact that they've had to explain what this is means that I think some saucy sorceresses don't know that they can consume stuff. What else have we got changed? Change to create a maximum amount of shards of darkness when using the normal and succession variants of this skill. So you get more shards of darkness and you can consume 1 to regain stamina. Okay. Nightcrow changed to now immediately apply the invincibility effect when using the skill right after jumping. Okay, so you get an iframe. There's no gap. Jump, iframe. Jump, iframe. No gaps, which is good. Prime Violation. Fix the issue with the skill add-on effect wasn't being applied on extra attack hits. Oh, well, that's a good fix for you guys. Very good fix. Grim Reaper's Judgment and Black Spirit Grim Reaper's Judgment. Fix the issue with the super armor effect lasted for, so If you have it as a core skill, the super armor should linger. If you don't, the super armor won't linger. I'm not sure if I'm reading that correctly. Change to now apply the knockdown debuff only for PvE. And the super armor effect only until the attack is activated. Okay. So knockdown is only for PvE. And if you have it as a core, you get the knockdown in PvP. Added movement speed minus 20% for 5 seconds. Okay, so it's got a new add-on. That's cool. Turn back slash has got a new add-on. Just movement speed again. Guardians and Nightmare. Change the skills as follows. Change to no longer allow for lateral movement by consuming shards of darkness when using the skill. Added slow recovery of fragments of darkness when using the skill. Change so you can now activate Shadow Leap when using the skill. Performs an extra Guardian's Nightmare hit when comboed from Shadow Leap. So there was a GIF when I remember seeing this one on Global Labs. No longer consumes your shards of darkness when moving forwards. You can still move forwards. You just don't consume your shards now. So it's a good that one I think was a good change for the Sorks. And we got Flow Nightcrow changed to no longer now. Longer changed to. I think that means, yeah, change to now longer be comboable after evasive movements with you. Okay, so you can combo into Flow Nightcrow. Berserker. You got some big changes. I'm gonna have a drink. This is a long video today. Berserker. We got some big ones here. So, whilst in these 4 skills, so basically whilst in beast mode by the looks of it, you will no longer recover HP while being transformed. Wrath of Beast, Ire of Beast, Beast Roar and Wailing Beast have got a new movement speed debuff applied to them. Your Wrath of Beast and Ire of Beast lose their forward guard and become a super armor. And Lava Piercer will no longer recover stamina when using the skill. Time to Rock. Change the defensive effect from forward guard to super armor and also no longer recover stamina. Predatory Hunt. Change to no longer recover stamina when you're losing a lot of stamina regen. That is crazy. Frenzied Tyrant was accidentally applying a bound debuff that has been removed. Succession. Right, so that was just Berserker. Now we move into Succession. Wow, there's a lot of changes for Berserker. Got Succession and Awakening to go through. Okay. So feral movements. Mention of feral movements from Prime Beast Forms description to Prime Unstoppable Beast. So while in Prime, the change recovery HP effect is no longer percentage based. This will be a flowing theme through the rest of this video. All HP things are no longer percentage based. They can have fixed values to them now. So for every 1 second for 20 seconds during Beast Form, you now recover at maximum level, which everyone's going to be at maximum level, 900 HP every 5 seconds. Prime versions, as before, whilst change to no longer recover HP while transformed. Change the cooldown on Fearsome Tyrant from 45 seconds to 20 seconds. Lava Piercer, same as the base version, no longer recovers stamina. And you can now perform Lava Piercer during other skills by pressing X, A, on your controllers upon learning the Prime version of the skill. So you can flow Lava Piercer by pressing A after a skill or X after a skill. Lava Piercer will always be performed first. The Prime version will only be performed if the normal version is on cooldown. So Prime Predatory Hunt. Changed to no longer recover stamina when using the skill. Added more details to the descriptions. Okay, so there's changes to these, but I don't know what they are because they've just added more details. but they haven't told us what those details are. You guys are gonna have to read that one yourself. There's nothing I can do for you there. Fearsome Tyrant Hunt to prime Fearsome Tyrant. Fix the issue with super armor effect wasn't applied when comboed from Undertaker. Okay, so your super armor is there as it should be. And now we got Giant Leap. Awakening Zerker. So big cannon Zerker. What we got changed. Fix the issue where backstep, backward version of the skill wouldn't combo quickly. Change the skill as follows. Change to be comboable into the forward leap version of the skill with the main weapon when tackling rock is locked. Improve to be comboable into the backward leap version of the skill. Okay, so they're just basically fixing it so that you can still use it while locking skills. And it can now be performed from your hotbar, even if you're in pre-awakening. Okay, that's cool. That looks like a good change. No longer recovers stamina while moving when using the skill. It kind of makes sense. You're moving, you don't recover stam. Okay. Improved combo quickly into the forward leap from Lava Piercer and Shake Off in Awakening. Cooldown is now 2 seconds slower. Quicker. Not slower, quicker. So, you guys, if I'm thinking of the correct skill, this is your big shoot the cannon into the floor and move backwards or fly around in the air, do your cool Superman shit. I think that's the skill. So, I think that's a good change. Flow shooting mobility. What we got? Change the skill as follows. Remove the melee accurate rate increase buff and change stamina cost from 300 to 150. Well, it definitely, if you're not going to be giving them stamina, you gotta lower the stam cost, PA. So that makes sense. Change cooldown to 5 seconds. Okay, good. Flame Punnel. Added the forward guard during attacks 1, 2, and 3 effect when using the skill, so you gained a forward guard in Awakening. Nice. Improve the issue where your character would temporarily appear to slow down to excessive speeds upon hits. What? Okay. Blasting. Fix the issue where the skill wasn't applying the push debuff. Oh, so PvE fix for you. Tamer. Well, you had some awesome changes for all 5 of you. Increase the HP for levels below level 30. I hope you guys that are level 60 and above are happy and enjoy and notice that your level 30 Tamer has more HP. Musa. Let's see. Removed the movement speed decrease debuff and added all DP decrease on hits debuff to backstep slash and prime backstep slash a succession. Awakening. Removed the movement speed decrease debuff and added the down smash debuff on 1 step back. You know, I think that might be a lose for Musa. They're not the tankiest of classes unless they're on evasion, like meme builds, and then they don't really deal damage. So I think that might be a lose. Meiwa. Alright, let's have a look and see what all 10 of the Meiwas across the board have had changed. Change the stiffness on hits debuff to apply now to PvE only. That's what they needed, of course. Remove the movement speed decrease debuff and change the defensive effect from forward guard to super armor. So they can no longer slow, but they have a super armor. Alright, well that's just a base skill, so let's have a look. No real changes to succession. Just base skills. Okay. So Awakening, Ice Fang, gone from 7 to 3. Cost stamina. On a class that relies on movement, you're gonna make them use stamina to attack. Okay. Someone's been putting something funky in their coffee. Change the on-hit debuff stun into stiffness, and it applies in PvP now. So you can stiffen someone in PvP. It's no longer forward guarded, it's now a super armor, but it loses an extra attack. Remove the speed debuff on hits, change the combo skills due to the changes. So what do you mean by changed? Does that mean you can no longer combo into the same skills? What does it change? Oh, we'll see. Change the all DP decrease debuff from -20 to -30. That's a win. Petal drill. Okay. So all DP down -30. And tip of an iceberg gets an extra hit. Attack 2.
I see a kitty bean.
That was Miss Spawn telling us about a cat. So, Maywers, you've also got Pat Cat in you. Flow, tip of an iceberg gets an extra added attack. What its damage values are? Oh, it's a mystery. You guys will have to figure that one out yourself. Ah, Valkyrie. Welcome to the death of the Valkyrie. Today is the day where you no longer really see Valkyries out in the wild. So, what has changed on Valkyrie? So, we've had cooldown changes for Breath of Elion. We've gone from 30 seconds to a 1 minute 30 seconds. And it's gone from a percentage to a fixed number. So at maximum it will be 4,500 HP, which is still pretty nice. I will give you that. It's a nice heal. I just personally think that the change from 30 seconds to 1 minute 30 seconds was a bit too high. Also, it's had a change to the duration. So let's have a look. Change the duration of movement speed and critical hit rate increase. So it's gone from 10 seconds to 30 seconds. So that is a nice one, but the cooldown is just too long. It is way too long. Yes, you used to get a 10-second buff, but you were able to cast it 20 seconds later. Now you have a 30-second buff, which you can apply a minute later. It doesn't really balance itself. Celestial Cry, another, that is the Rabam Hill. That has also been changed. A big increase in cooldown from 40 seconds to 1 minute 50 seconds. And as we said before, percentage based heals gone. So we've got 3,500 HP. So allowing Valkyrie to heal for 7,000, 8,000 HP every roughly 2 minutes. What else have we had? Unified the amount of HP recovered to self and allies. Change the duration of the movement buff increase. Well, they've had to increase the time from 10 to 30 seconds, but again, you've got a 30-second uptime with a 1 minute 20-second downtime. For something that isn't... it's too long. And Succession. Changed the recover HP on ally and self-hits buff to be 600 HP. Just changing it, obviously. Purification for base and awakening. Gone to 600 HP as well. Exactly the same basically for Succession and for base. I wouldn't expect to see too many Valkyries about unless all they're doing is the 100% spam. It still works. You can still run around. You can still do 100% bombs. Press B, press circle. You know, you're still going to do damage. Just don't expect to be as much of a utility class as you were before, or to have your heals and stuff ready when you expect them to be. Kunoichi, we got fix the issue with skill, add-on effect wasn't being applied on attack 1. Meh. Ninja, change the recovery, again, HP being unified. Witch Wizard, recovery, changing it again, 1400 HP. Magic Arrow, fix an issue with skill add-ons. Wizard, here we go. This is... So, these should have gifts. Not sure why they're not there. But, Wizard, you have a new skill called Torrential Cascade. It is the exact same button combos or hotbar that you would use for your slow. But, it now has a slightly less... It has less slow on it, but it does have damage. For some reason, the damage numbers aren't on the patch notes again today. So, we're just going to have to wait. Tomorrow, you'll be able to see it in-game. And then, we've also had a change where you could exploit skill swapping presets. If you summoned your Marg or Gore or Arn, whatever, which wizard you summoned it, then swap to Succession. It would desummon the summon, but you would keep the buff. So you wouldn't have to keep applying your Magical Lighthouse every 10 minutes. Which, honestly, Succession just needs changing for Magical Lighthouse to last an hour with the exact same time as the Awakenings. What changes? We've had all speed reduction effect durations changed in Sage's Thunder that no one uses, because then you don't get Sage's Heal. And Black Spirit Thunderstorm, all speed reduction effect numbers have been changed, which, yeah, it's, to be fair, it's the same as all the others. We've also had our teleport fixed. We no longer consume both teleports when teleporting once. The elementalization has had its super armor increased. So, invincibility to super armor is now the change. So the moment you cast, you're in iframe, and when you come out, you are super armored, which is a good change. And we can do it every 5 seconds now. So paralysis has been changed to Thorn of Denial. Again, new spell, new skill. This one I do know it's a big AoE that comes around us now. It's no longer a ranged skill. It is a big AoE. It has minus AP on it, minus DP. It has a slow on it still. It's a nice skill, but again, it's an AoE, no longer ranged. You can't throw it behind a block class or throw it behind someone in a forward guard to hit them. Barrage of Lightning had a nice change, has now got a chance for down smash, so when we see those targets off in the distance, we can now down smash them, allowing us to close in and try and get some more damage with maybe a successful re-CC to keep him on the ground. We will see. And the super armor now is in effect, so if you happen to not quick cast it, you're not going to get knocked out of it. Dark Knight changed. So, oh, got so many classes to go. Dark Knight, what have we got changed? Changed so that the following skills are not affected by jump height increase buff. So, if you're using jump height crystals or jump height elixirs, this ain't gonna work anymore. Airstrike Prime, Airstrike, Shattering Darkness, Flow Bombardment, Trap of Video doesn't do anything anymore. And then Succession Dark Knight, your knockdown debuff will now work when it's fully charged. That was a bit of an issue if that wasn't working. Striker. Let's see what we done to Mr. Grabby Grabby Boy. Now, I used to think he was pure cheese, easy to play, but some of you might have seen me play Node War on a Striker. Apparently it's not as easy as I thought it was. So let's have a look. What has changed? Change bound debuff attack to apply to PvE only. Okay. Crimson Fang stiffness debuff to be PvE only. Added forward guard during Death Strike. Combo Hurricane change stiffness and floating debuffs to attack only in PvE. And added a forward guard effect during what? Okay. Change floating debuff on second hit to apply on last hit instead. Rock Smash removes super armor during the skill. Change bound debuff on the attack. So you're giving them a CC and taking away the super armor. Taking away all these CCs and putting them in PvE. Okay. Change to rotate the character towards the camera direction at the start of the skill. Increase the move. At least that's a sort of win. You no longer have your back turned by mistake if you're looking the wrong way. Increase the movement distance of the skill. Right. Prime Skull Crusher. Removed attack speed increase buff and movement speed decrease debuff. Change stiffness debuff on a... Okay, again, another. Go on to PvE. Change the skills as follows. Change stun debuff on attacks apply in PvP. So you get, there you go, you get a stun. And you get a super armor during backward attacks when comboed up. So you got to do a combo. Whoops. You got to do a combo to get a super armor. Okay. What about an awakening? Change the skills as follows. Change the final hit to deal stronger damage. Change the stun debuff on the first and last hit to apply in PvP. Okay, so awakening gets a new... Change to the recover HP buff when using the skill. So yeah, that's just changing the percentage to higher to match the new higher. What's that thing? New HP pools are going to be about. Skill cooldown increase. First one we've seen with sort of increase like that. Valkyries we're just going to ignore. You know, they absolutely stomped her. 7 to 10 seconds. See, that's a small cooldown. Someone at PA does not like Valkyrie. And made the attack area bigger. Ferocious Assault, more HP. Autumn Blaze from super armor to forward guard. Okay. You're just gonna have to figure that one out, strikers. Welcome to forward guards. Spiral Cannon removed the down smash debuff. I'm sure it's still with his core skill will still be pretty annoying. Rampaging Predator gets moved from a forward guard into a super armor. Okay, so you lose a super armor, get a forward guard, lose a forward guard, get a super armor. It's not too bad. Skull Crusher. Remove the attack speed increase buff. Oh, we actually get a damage multiplier for the first class ever in today's update. Change the skill as follows. Removed attack speed increase buff when using the skill. Removed movement speed decrease and adjusted the skill damage. So, skill damage going up and PvP damage going... Man, that's kind of a buff to Skull Crusher, in my opinion. More damage. Your PvP reduction isn't going down. It's actually going up by 0.2%. And your extra damage is up as well on 3 and 4. So that's kind of a win for Skull Crusher. Crouching Wolf. Fix the issue with damage and taunting effects reduced when used in Awakening. Okay, so that's Striker. Interesting. Half win, half lose. Just gonna have to play around that. Get used to new forward guards, new super armors. I'm sure they'll figure it out. They'll be as annoying in a week or two as they were before once they figure out everything. Alright, Mistake. Let's have a look and see where she's at. Raging Wolf fixed the issue where movement speed decrease effect was being applied abnormally. Okay. Wave Orb. Change. So that's it for base. That's it. Raging Wolf gets some changes. Awakening. Change bound debuff on attacks to apply only in PvE and forward guard effect to last until the final movement of the skill. Change bound debuff on attacks to apply in PvP on core. Okay, so you want a bound, you learn the core. Remove the movement attack casting speed. Yep, that's to be expected. Change the skills as follows. Dragon's Pit now gains a super armor, but the cooldown goes down. Okay, so you get a new super armor. Dragon Strike, new skill animation, consumption from stamina to MP. Bless you, my spawn. Stamina recovers during the skill. Okay, so because it no longer consumes stamina, it gains stamina. New down attack damage plus 5%, 10 seconds when using the skill. Bigger AoE. Remove down smash debuff, so no chance of down smashing. Change to always activate Dragon Strike first when using right trigger. Raging Wind. Change the skill as follows. Changes the attack type from range to melee and updated the skill animation accordingly. Increase the attack area. Added down attack. That's a nice one. Change to apply forward guard effect during the skill. So you get a new forward guard that's got down attack. Change to activate immediately after using Dragon Strike. So you got a flow. So you use this and straight into that. So it's not bad. I don't know if the skill's protected though. No idea. Infinite Fortitude. Change the skill as follows. Remove damage reduction rate increase and grapple resistance increase buffs when using the skill. Interesting. So you can't lower DR and your grapple resistance increase doesn't go up anymore, right? Change the reduced damage taken by 80% while in super armor. Oh, okay. So you gain a lot while using super armor skills. Changed pull debuff to knockback and made it apply in PvP as well, so you get a knockback. For a class that's kicking you in the face, you don't really want to push them away from you. You kind of, it's the opposite, you want to keep the pull. Oh well. Added the recovery HP buff to recover 400 per tick, totaling 1200 HP while holding the skill, and it's now got 10 seconds longer cooldown. Okay. Gushing Waters added all evasion rate minus 3% for 10 seconds on attack hits. I think that's a win for Mistake. Don't know. You don't see enough of them around in the wild to really find out. We'll see. I don't think we'll see any more than what we currently do. They're not really the best class. They're good CC little bots out there. Maybe with some of these changes we'll see them, but I doubt it. Lan. Oh, look at that. Another level 30 change. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy that. Awakening changes. Oh, let's have a look. So they get a forward guard on Dancing with Death. It's now got, oh, change the knockdown debuff to apply in PvE. Does that mean it no longer applies in PvP? It now only applies in PvE? Oh yeah, only in PvE. Never mind. Right there. So losing the knockdown. Okay. Change recover HP hit to 250. Yep. But it has a down smash chance on it now. Right. So it no longer has a guaranteed knock. Well, it doesn't have a knockdown in PvP, but it has a down smash chance, so it can still be used. Fura gets a forward guard and the changed bound debuff to apply on the first hit in PvP when you're using it as a core skill. Flow Mangler has a knockdown, so you lose a knockdown, gain a knockdown. Binding Chains. Add a forward guard effect and change bound effect on attack 1. So you get a new forward guard, lose another bound. Core Deadly Dance. Change the defensive effect applied when the skill is learned. Forward guard into super armor. Oh look, the lands are gonna be spinning again. Core Deadly Dance. They're gonna be spinning, spinning, spinning. Like it's 2022. All over again. Fix the issue where you couldn't combo from Binding Chains attack 2 into the skills. So you can now flow into these properly. Shy. So over here, aka known as Desync Bubble, no longer prevents movement. So people can still walk through, but people cannot attack you. If they try and attack you, I do believe it still nullifies the attacks. So change to no longer prevent movement, but still retains the effect of isolating the inside from the outside, thus preventing attacks between the two. So if they walk in, they can hurt you. If they're outside, they can't hurt you. Change the effect movement and attack casting speeds from minus 50 to 20. That's to go in line with all the debuffs, but it did increase from 2 seconds to 5 seconds. Fix an issue with terrain. Objects would occasionally become airborne. I never saw that. That's cool. That's Shy's whole change. Because she already had fixed number heals, there's no percentage change heals and anything there. We just got that. Guardian, change the stun on last attack hits debuff to now only be applied in PvE. And Mutilation, change the forward guard effect to now last up until the last attack motion. So you got a longer forward guard in succession. Nova, small changes but big changes all at the same time. So Winter Testudo, aka Ice Wall, change to apply super armor. No longer summons immovable barriers. So it's Ice Wall, but no longer does it stop people moving through it. Increase the duration of summon barriers and soldiers from 5 to 20 seconds. Change so that barriers are not removed even if Nova performs other actions. So the Ice Wall will stay even if you perform another attack. What the Ice Wall actually does, I'm not too sure because they haven't listed it. But the cooldown is now 4 minutes. So it's got to be something good. You would hope. We will find out tomorrow. Novas, have a look at your skills. Let me know please, because it hasn't been listed as to what the wall will actually do now. Fix the issue where terrain objects, same thing as Shies. Fix the issue where critical hit rate buff when using skill wasn't applied properly. So awaken Novas, you get some critical hit rate buff on your swooping ring, your LB, L1, no. Yeah, I think so. LB, L1. Corsair. We're gonna have to split this video. People watching this, you're probably watching this in part 2 or part 3 of today's update, but I'm only deciding now that I'm gonna split it because this is a long ass video. Corsair. Change damage reduction rate while in super armor during succession skills from 10% to 20%. So you just take 10% less damage while in your super armors. It's that simple. Remove grapple resistance increase buff from the following skills. As a result, when using those skills, damage taken will be reduced by 50% while in a super armor. So if you're using Prime Mareka, Jetstream, Sea Stroll, Spiral Soak, Whale Song, and you're in a super armor, 50% less damage. That's cool. What else have we got? Unified guard gauge reduction debuff on attacks of the following skills to 30%. So it's a buff. You'll be chipping away forward guard way faster. 30, 30, 30, 30. So you got 4 skills totaling for 120% of forward guard reduction. So land 4 skills, completely strip a forward guard. Nice and easy. Change to now apply the invincibility effect at the start of the skill on Spiral Soak and Jetstream. What else has changed on Jetstream? Change the guard gauge reduction on hits debuff to now be applied from attack 1. Removed all speed decrease debuffs from the skill, but added all speed reduction debuffs. So it moves from all speed decrease debuffs from the skill. So it moves from Jetstream to Spiral Soak. Okay. Right. At least it's telling you where it's moving to. Prime Captain's orders open fire. So one of the auto skills. Changed all evasion rate decrease on hits debuff to all DP decrease debuff. Nice. Sea Stroll absolute. Floating debuffs PvE now. So losing a debuff. Float. Change to now also apply knockback on hits debuff for PvP as well. Okay, so Whale Song will now do a knockback. Smooth sailing. Change to only move without attacking. Change to make the recover MP on hits buff and skill add-on to be unavailable. Oh. Change to make the recover MP on hits buff and skill add-on. Oh, so you can't apply skill add-ons to smooth sailing anymore. You get a new forward guard on crashing wave. Change the defensive effect forward guard before attack into super armor on whirlpool. Pearl Blast has had its cooldown cut in half. That's a nice change. Wave Lash, Prime Wave Lash, so your movement skill. No, it's not. Change knockdown debuff to apply from the first hit. I thought that would be the movement with the name of it. Change knockdown debuff. So you quicker knockdown. Sea Stroll, floating, move to PvE, so losing that. So basically removing floats off of Corsair. Because both the floats are now PvE. Change the hits debuff, knockdown, knockback into knockdown on Whale Song. Also change those apply for PvP. So you get a new knockdown on Whale Song. Sea Stroll and Prime Sea Stroll. Right after performing from a higher location. Oh, okay, so if you're high up, you can outperform your skills whilst falling. Black Spirit Prime Mareka Sea Stroll. Fix the issue where the Prime Heirloom of the Crows resist guard gauge recovery effect wouldn't apply when passing through enemies. That's good. So that's your BSR skill fixed. Will now strip gauges. Fix the issue with Prime Heirloom. Resist gauge effect wouldn't apply on hits, so fixing that. Pirate's Life with me. In Awakening. Fix the issue with the skill sound effects. It doesn't matter, no one plays with sound. Dracania. We're nearly there. Dracania. Change the recover HP buff. 5% of max HP to 200 HP. Succession to 400 HP. Abyssal Advance. Change the recover HP buff to vary based on the amount recovered by Mactanan's heart. Applies the amount recovered by Succession Mactanan's hearts for the Succession skill. Interesting. Embers. Fix the issue with skill add-on effects worth being activated during attack 1. That's good. Awakening from super armor to forward guard, super armor to forward guard, and get a new super armor in Cloud Strife. Okay, so losing 2 super armors for a new one. No, losing 4 super armors. No, between cores and base. Yeah, so 2 cores are losing their super armors and being given a forward guard instead, and base skills are losing super armor to forward guard. So technically 3 if you use those cores. I don't know which core you choose for Awakening Dracania. I don't play her. It could be negligible, could be bad. We'll find out. Wusa. Change stun and knockback debuffs to apply only in PvE in Stormfall. That is a bad change. Reinvigorate. Change the recover HP buff 60% to 4,200 HP. Thundercall. Fix the issue where the visual effects of the bolt of lightning upon your enemy's head wasn't displayed during the attack. Oh, okay. No one plays with others' effects on, so we won't be able to see that one really. Blooming Death. Change forward guard effect to apply from the start of the skill. That's a nice change for Awakening. And removed it as a core buff. That's cool. Mark of the Moon. Change stun debuff on attack 1 to a hit in PvE. And change the forward guard effect to apply from the start of the skill. Change stun debuff attacked on 1, so you need the core skill now to get that stun in PvP. Core Nether Strike. Fix the issue where forward guard buff was applied during certain motions. Change knockdown debuff on attack 1 to apply in PvE. And change to apply super armor effect during the skill. Change knockdown debuff from 1 to apply in PvP when core. So if you have the core Nether Strike, you get your knockdown and a super armor. That's cool. Megu just has some HP changes. Scholar getting some nice changes here. Gravity Blink. Improve the skill to activate forward as well, so we can now go forwards. It just adds some more mobility. Gravity Anchor and Attraction. Prevent immediate combo with Attraction. That's nice. It means that you can actually throw it out without accidentally proccing it at exactly the same time. Sometimes the button press would trigger it twice. That was nice. That's a nice change. Gravity's Grip. Remove the throw attack and now you automatically dash and attempt a grab after throwing the hammer. Adjusted the movement distance during the dash. Change the dash to make direction change unavailable. Okay. Hammer Smash in Ascension. Change the skill to apply knockdown debuff on attack 1. That's a good. Instead of attack 2, change core. Hammer Smash to apply knockdown debuff on attacks 1 in PvP as well. Damage. Didn't need its damage lowering. She doesn't deal damage anyway. Hammer Spin. Change core Hammer Spin to apply on attack 1 instead of 2 as well. On 1 and 2 instead of in attack 3. That's a good change for her. Because sometimes that attack 3 could take too long to reproc the knockdown. And what else has changed for our classes? So, overall, this is for everybody. Special evasion, special attack evasion rate has been changed. Well, when I say changed, it's gone. Attack evasion rate from your Garmathar completely removed. It's now HP. It is being given to us at a evasion rate of 40 HP per 0.5% according to them. So we got max HP 900 from your Garmathar on your sub weapon now. So when you log in tomorrow, expect to see an increase in your HP. When you're confused, this is why. Obviously, meals and anything that had the special attack evasion rate on them, it has been removed, but it's had HP applied to it instead. And to adjust to this, our node wars have had their HP limits increased. Balanos from 5,000 to 6,500. Valencia from 8,000 to 11,000. And special evasion, obviously, removed from the stat list. And it's now added the HP limit. So you will be able to see what your HP will be when you're at Siege. Whether or not it actually shows you the HP granted when joining a node or Siege area, not too sure. And then we've had changes of crystal names. Special attack evasion rate is now just max HP group as well. New groups. No special attack evasion rate group, just a HP group. What crystals are going to go in there? Not too sure. Are our crystals going to be unequipped and put in our inventory? Not too sure. That we're going to have to find out tomorrow. Obviously, a lot of crystals are changing. A lot of HP is going to be added to the game. So we're just going to have to wait and see. Perfume of Charm, gaining more HP and more evasion. So you're gaining a total of 550 max HP and a total of 10 evasion to the Perfume of Charm. Lightstone sets, obviously, being tweaked as well. If they had special attack evasion in them, it's been removed. The whole set's been removed. We're going to have to... Yeah, you're just going to have to play with that, see what changes. If you had any of these Lightstones, they've been deleted and you've been compensated with the silver. HP pots. Obviously, HP is now bigger. So, we now have to heal for bigger amounts. You will now tick for 550 HP as opposed to 275 HP. Everyone obviously mostly has the Ornette's potions, so that is what we're going to proc for. And then Whale Tendon potions have got a big buff. 3,000 HP now being ticked on the biggest versions, with the lowest ones being 1,200. And we're nearly wrapping up today's update here. We got following knowledge to be obtained from the Black Spirit, new Abyssal Veins, Mountain of Eternal Winter, and we've also had a change to the Igor Bartali, Volume 10, Chapter 5. And we've also had a change from loot settings. You can no longer change the loot from free looting or party leader only. There is just... I don't know what the changes actually will be. Removed loot settings, free looting, and party leader only. So if you're in a party... Will it just be ordered now? I'm unsure. I don't know what the base one will be, because the base one used to be free looting. I would assume it's just going to be free looting at base. even though it says it's been removed. Because obviously spots like Olan's, 2 rows, you know, they're group spots, and ordered looting doesn't work in a spot that drops loot like that. We'll see. And now we've got new elixirs. So to break down this, basically, when they introduced cron meals, they merged meals together. What is this? It's the elixirs, like cron meals, merging elixirs together. What is the upside of it? Well, your buff bar gets smaller, and you don't have to carry around a whole load of elixirs. How to make them? Get your elixirs, mash them together with a new item called Spellbound Catalyst, which can be bought from an Old Moon vendor, I would imagine. Let's see. There is also bonuses to have them as well. Less negative things and bonuses on HP, apparently. Let's have a look. Higher grade elixirs can be used as a 1, 2, 3. Crafted items can be bought and sold through the central market. Each draft counts as 4 items when used. With your fairy's continuous care skill. Right, so if you're still going to need max fairies, the continuous care skill, to prop all of these at the same time, because it counts as 4 items. But yeah, this is a full breakdown of them. You've got your fury draft, you've got your adaptation draft, your potential draft, corruption draft, berserk draft, and recipes are all on the website. So want to make them, combine your elixirs and condense how much space is being taken up in your inventory. Harmony draft, how to make it. You can craft harmony draft through simple alchemy using 5 types of crafted drafts. Using, so you can make an immortal harmony draft as well, which gives you, what stats does it give you? Where is it? Fury. Oh, so you combine all of them together to make one harmony draft. Sorry. Combine all those above, and you can also use an immortal harmony draft, which is pretty nice. You've now got immortal elixirs, which is a very nice. That's a win-win, really. If you want to apply extra damage, you can use the following methods. You can craft 10 at once. So, do we have to now make party versions again? We got rid of having separate parties to having to make parties again. The effects apply to all nearby party members. By combining a material item and illibarbs through, you can craft 10 at once. By combining corrupt oil, you can craft immortal harmony draft, which counts as 15 items when used with your fairy's continuous care. Right, so different areas, different ones. Spellbound Catalyst 1, harmony draft 1, Griffin's elixirs, and elixir of will. And what does that give you? Kamasovian damage, damage from monsters. That's it. And that counts as 15 items. Doesn't seem to make much sense. Be interesting to see. And obviously these can all be crafted, sold on the central market. We'll see how it goes. How to craft harmony drafts. So there's a full picture. You guys want it, take it, put it in your Discord, save it on your phones, whatever you want to do. All recipes are here. And now a new quality of life change. You can church buff from your tent. Does it cost more? Yes. Are you going to use it? Yes. Because you no longer have to go to town to re-church buff. It is only slightly more, and it is negligible more. You won't even notice it. But you can get all buffs from your tent now. Monster realm changes. Well, we've got more HP, so monsters now deal 3% more damage in any area 300 AP and above. So, Crypt, Ash Forest, Olan's, Hex, and Quint Hill in Elvia, Kelfion. Change so that other adventurers can no longer loot from monsters defeated by your character. So you cannot grief someone and try and steal their loot. If they get the kill and you see the loot on the floor, it's not yours. You can't loot it no matter what. You can still technically grief them by trying to stop them looting it, but you will never be able to loot it. Change so that some attack range on big AoEs are darker. This could be a bad thing for those that are colorblind to red. They might not see, they'll probably see less now. And on the colorblind thing, Winter Region AoEs are all blue. So enjoy that. Mount changes. You can now see unblown skills from a wagon. That's the breakdown of this section here. And also, if you set auto sprint on one character, it will remember it across your family. It's now family setting basically. Breezy sails, auto sprint, any of that. You click it, all characters will have it. You won't need to keep clicking it. Had some quest changes. So for magical shards, magical lightstones. Now for the Korang Merchant Guild, a quest change. So if you want to make your life crystals, you no longer need magical shards, you just give them magical lightstones. So that technically makes them cheaper to make because the 20 magical shards was eating into the profits of making them. Had some quest changes for the Great Expedition, some also quest changes. Ancient Explorer's Compass will be given. I think that's just the normal 3-day, 24-hour compass. Node Wall Conquest Wall. They've changed the menu so that it won't jump up when your respawn timer is changed, so you won't accidentally spawn in a different place other than what you were expecting. Calphion Castle gets the Mountain of Eternal drop rate, so main. You guys have got your castle. I can't remember who owns it for NA. Enjoy your 50% drop rate. Good luck on your flames, etc., etc. NPC changes. We've had some improve the progress of some parts of tutorial, actions of certain characters, and then we've got a nice little change of fixes. Now I will do another video tomorrow covering events and Pearl Shop and stuff like that. That is it really for today's series of videos. I will split these, or I will have split these by the time you guys are watching these. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's it really for today slash tomorrow, because this is tomorrow's update. So I'll see you guys again tomorrow for the events and stuff. Hope you guys enjoy Winter Region, and I will do my best to get some spot grinds out for you using what is available on console at the launch of this area. So you guys take it easy, have a good one. We'll see you about.